Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. Folks, it is really good to have you. I wanted to kind of make this video because there's something important I want to share with you guys. And I just received notification that AT&T is going to be raising my home internet bill again. And I want to explain to you guys how I handled my business and how I think I can kind of help you guys maybe in the future. If you're sick and tired of your internet provider and you want to get yourself a better outcome, here's what worked for me. I just want to share it with you. Might help some people. So give this video a like and a share, and let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so for starters, AT&T has raised my internet bill like 3 or 4 times over the last couple of years. They've raised the plan itself on multiple occasions, and they also got rid of my autopay discount, which I qualified for, I think just by putting it on autopay. I was using a credit card. And then they switched it. They went from a $10 autopay discount to a $5 autopay discount. That's a price increase in and of itself. And then they changed it from credit card qualifying to like checking account or debit card. And then that discount would be $5. So I discontinued autopay, or I stopped getting the autopay discount completely. And I just said, to hell with it. I'm not going to put a checking account or a bank card on AT&T. They're just not the most secure company. They just don't seem to care too much about security. So I'm not interested in doing that. It's just bad business for the customer, you know. So anyways, I responded after like the 3 or 4 price increases by moving down to the lowest bill. So I went from, I think the gigabit plan, 1,000 megabits per second. That went from my introductory price of $60 to 65 to 70, and then I think 80 or 85. At that point, I just said to hell with it. I downgraded. I asked them what was the cheapest offer. They said the 300 megabit symmetrical, and they said it was, I think, 60 or 65 bucks. So it comes out to $65, you know. So basically what I was paying for a gig, you know, I now I get 300 meg symmetrical, and it's perfectly fine. I just didn't want to pay 85 bucks anymore, or 90 or whatever it was going to be. So long story short, the price increase happened again, right? They're going to go up $5 on every single internet plan that they offer. Whether you have DSL, copper, or fiber, it doesn't really matter. And I don't even know, it might impact AT&T Internet Air customers too. I did what I was supposed to do, and that was shop around. Got an offer from Spectrum, and Spectrum is offering me 500 megabits per second, which is faster than what I have now. I think the uplink's only 40 meg or something like that. But they offered me that for $50 a month, so I'm already doing better, right? That's an offer that's good for, I think they said like 5 years or something. I forget what the price lock was on it. But they also offered me a free wireless line for 12 months. So there's lots of value in that, right? Not just the value, but also just the cheaper price and getting basically, you know, the same downlink. The uplink's not the same, obviously, but at least I'd be on a wired connection. I wouldn't have to go to fixed wireless. My other option is to explore fixed wireless, so T-Mobile 5G home internet, Verizon 5G home internet, or even AT&T Internet Air. Right, I could possibly look into that, which sounds crazy, but I mean, your price would be, I think, $10 cheaper, right? So I was ready to move. I was literally ready to change. I was calling AT&T, shot in the dark. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna cancel. Let's see what they'll offer. My experience, I called. It said your wait time is between 72 minutes and like 90 some minutes, and I just put in for the call back. They called me back over an hour later. And I spoke to a really nice lady, and I told her the situation. I said, look, I'm going to leave. I told her it was because of price. I'm like, you guys keep raising the price. She instantly went into promotions and identified a $20 discount that she could extend to me. Think about it, my bill going from $65 now to $45. That's a price point I can live with. Even if I upgrade to, you know, the 500 plan or the 1 gig plan, I think they offer 2 gig at my address now. So I could do that, and I would still have that promotional $20 off per month. And I think it's good for 1 year. So in November of 2026, that promotional discount is going to expire. So I got it for 12 months. I would much prefer to keep fiber. Fiber is the pinnacle of connectivity. Like, there's nothing better than a fiber connection. So my preference was not to get rid of fiber. It wasn't to leave AT&T. My preference wasn't. But the price, I mean, how many price increases can you incur? And the thing about it is AT&T said the reason for the price increase is because they want to continue to offer high quality service that customers want and know from AT&T and enhance customer support. I haven't received any tangible upgrades in any form on this fiber service. Ping times and latency is exactly the same. Speeds are exactly the same. Experience-wise, nothing has changed. And AT&T took over an hour to contact me back about this whole ordeal. So I don't know who they're kidding. You know, you're not raising prices to give the customer better. You're raising the prices because you have dividends that you have to pay to your shareholders. Because you need to show revenue growth. You need to show margin improvement. You need to show all the corporate stuff, the jargon that you guys hear on earnings calls. 2 investors from the corporate lead, from John Stankey, right? From Pascal and those guys over at AT&T. Like, let's be honest. You guys just spent $23 billion overpaying for spectrum assets from Dish, from EchoStar. Fresh off the heels of that, you got to do price increases. And I don't think it stops there. I think AT&T will raise prices on the wireless side as well. I don't think they have much of an option. They have a lot of debt. They've been buying a lot of stuff, and that comes at a cost. And the consumer, it's passed on to us, right? So I was ready to go, and clearly AT&T was ready. They were ready. They knew that, you know, you pull that price increase lever, there's a chance you could create churn, and they don't want customers to go. I was ready to leave. I could pay $35 a month for Verizon 5G Home. I could pay the same for AT&T's T-Mobile Home Internet. I could find a way to do that. It would all be cheaper than $65, $70. Everything available to me, all 3 or 4 options, were all cheaper than AT&T's fiber. But truthfully, the AT&T fiber is the best connection available to me. But I was ready to go. The takeaway from this video and why I made it is you need to be ready to leave. You need to be ready to go and find yourself another option. Like, you have to be like 1 foot out the door, ready to leave your carrier with options. Because that's literally what I said to her. I'm leaving. So whatever you say now dictates whether or not I stay with you guys and continue to pay my ducats to you, or I'm leaving and to give someone else the money. And she responded by giving me the $20 promotional discount, which I accepted, and I'll be with AT&T at least for another year. So that $20 discount, after they raise my bill another $5, will be, you know, it's like a 25 to 30% off type of deal. I'll live with that for now because it's going to make my price the same or cheaper than the alternatives that I was going to go to. It was going to make them as priced similarly or maybe just slightly cheaper. But I was ready to go. So the takeaway, you have to be ready to leave. If you don't have options, you can't leave. If you do have options, be ready to leave. And I was 100%. Like, I was going to call Rectum back and set up a time for an installation, try it out, see if it worked. And if it worked, I was going to keep it. And if it didn't work, I was going to try 5G Home from another provider. I was going to play the field. Absolutely. I was ready to do it. I'm in the game just like you guys are, and I got to take advantage of the best deals I can. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video in this format. And, you know, I just wanted to kind of share my experiences with you guys. And maybe this kind of gives you a little bit of confidence in how you could handle this in the future when you're placed under a similar circumstance. But, yeah, my advice to you guys out there, be ready to leave. If you got an option, explore it, exercise it, do it, you know. And like I said, if things didn't work out with the other providers, I was just going to keep searching. And who knows, maybe in a few months I would have ended up back with AT&T Fiber, and I might be able to get a better deal because I'd be viewed as a new customer. Maybe, you know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about my experience and how I handled it. If you've had similar experiences, share them with me. Drop me some comments. Please do me a solid, like, share, and subscribe. Check out some more of our videos, and we'll see you guys soon on the next one.